Hey runners, happy Saturday, September 19th. Beautiful morning here in Phoenix. It was a little bit on the warm side. Believe we were in the maybe upper 70s to low 80s at the start of my run. Um, I got out and started just before, looking at here, actually it was 6:13, so I was a little bit after 6. I decided to just sleep in, and sleep in for me, that took me to about 5 a.m. or almost 5 o'clock in the morning. But that was 8 hours for me since I was in bed by a little after 8 o'clock. So by the time I fell asleep, it was probably like 8:30. So today, I on Saturdays I like to go a little bit longer than the other days in the week, which is my long run, and so decided to do 6 miles. Now, previously I did 5 miles. I think it might have been 5.5 miles um, last week. So I wanted to go for 6 and see how I feel. I was actually going to a new route. So there's a multi-use path a couple miles down from us. There's a park and ride where you can park your vehicle, and then I just started my run. There's a freeway, so I went under the bridge and then got on this multi-use path. However, they were doing a little construction out there, like throwing some dirt on the side of the path. So I was on the path for most of it, and I ran on the dirt to stay away from the vehicles. I only went about a mile and a little more than a mile, maybe a mile and a quarter, if that, before I couldn't go any further because they're still doing construction heading out west. So it's basically a multi-use path that runs along adjacent a freeway, far enough, of course, away from the freeway, and there's fences and everything. So, but it's for cyclists, runners, walkers, pretty much anybody out there. So it'll be nice when it's all done. It's blacktop, so it isn't like running on a sidewalk. You know, Similar to just like a nice little path to be able to run on. So I did that. Then I went back into residential areas, and yeah, I did pretty good overall. Goal was 6, and I ended up doing 6.17. Reason why it's kind of an off distance is, as I was running and getting near 6 miles, I knew that I would be pretty close to an hour, so I figured I'll just run until I hit an hour, and that's how far I ran, was 6.17. So, as many of you know, I'm kind of in this recovery phase or period, if you will, from COVID, and I believe, looking at the calendar here, yes, this is my ending of the 8th week since contracting COVID and starting my recovery. I wanted to see how my heart rate was doing, running a little bit quicker. Now, my pace for like easy runs in the past used to be about 9:45 or 10, and then when I do a long run, I would probably do like my long runs have been like 9:05 ish pace. Yeah. So just now thinking about it, how I feel at 9:05 and what I did today for 6 miles, I was about 40 seconds or so. My pace today, which I'll let you know, was 9:43, 9:44. So not too bad. I'm off by about 40 seconds, which that's not bad at all. I should have looked to see what my heart rate was back then, like March, April-ish. In fact, you know what? Let me digress here a bit as I pull up the information. So, pardon me here as I go through, because I am curious to see what I did back then for like some of the longer runs. If I can find a 6-miler or so. Okay, here we go. Back on Saturday, March 21st. So what are we looking at? April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, pretty much 6 months, right? About almost 6 months. 904 was my average. My average heart rate, okay, this obviously isn't right, was 156. So this is where the Garmin really kind of goes askew, and that's why I'm always, checking my carotid from time to time, or more regularly it seems. My first mile back then I did at 841 and my heart rate was 129, which, yeah, I guess it's probably in line. And after that I was running 910s to like 919 and as quick as 827, and heart rate was just off the charts then. It was like 156, 154, 160. So it says the average was 156, which I was probably about 130 some, which today's heart rate, actually the Garmin did pretty good. I think it was in line every time I checked, was 136. So I think that's a good kind of baseline or comparison from 6 months ago, that I'm about 40 seconds off on my pace for the long run, comparatively speaking, and the heart rate should be very similar back then to now. So I was thinking about it earlier today, like, where have I been in the past, and am I making progress? Because it's been 2 months, and honestly, I thought I'd be back to where I was before COVID, but yeah, some people just takes a little bit longer, at least with the running. And my health and all, I feel great, but just with the running, it's still not there. But I am knocking it back a little bit. The good thing is, with the pace that I started out, I did 939 for the first 2 miles. My heart rate was 125, and then it shot to 133. So, it's probably closer to like 128, 129. So, for that pace in the past, like 6 weeks ago, I wouldn't even be at 939. I mean, that heart rate, I'd probably be closer to like 11 or so, 11:30. So yeah, I mean, it was a good run today. I feel good now. Sometimes, I had like a little bit of a, say chest pain, but like a little bit of pressure in the left side. I know I did last week when I did the 5K until like the early afternoon, and then it subsided. So I'm feeling good overall. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with it, actually. Like I said, it was a little bit warm. I think when I was done, it was in the low 80s. I ran with my sleeveless for about 4 miles, then I took it off because I was just getting, real warm. And, it's like the end of September, and it's still unseasonably warm by a few degrees. But it should be dying off here within the next week or two. I know I keep saying that because we see the numbers go down and then they go back up. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. I don't know what you guys have planned. My wife celebrates a birthday tomorrow, so she's turning the big 4-2, and in celebration she wants to do a 42 kilometer. So basically she'll run a marathon tomorrow. So we got the route all mapped out. I will be the bike support for hydration, and we'll definitely be meeting her out there because she's running from home to this route out in Chandler, which isn't too far from here. She'll cover about 14 miles on her own, and then I'll hop on the bike and make sure we have all the hydration in place, and do a couple loops, and then she'll get her 26.2. I'm sure she'll go to the 0.2 to get a full marathon in. So that will be exciting. And then we'll grab a nice breakfast brunch, bring back on the patio, and yeah, it'll be fun. So let me know what you guys are up to, what any races that you guys are doing or did today. I know the weather is starting to cool down. I say starting to, although it doesn't really feel like it. So a lot of races that normally are in place, have been postponed or canceled. However, we do have actually a couple that are lined up to happen here soon, so that should be interesting. Anyways, short one here today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for watching. Take care, guys. Bye.